The human population are steadily becoming mature sooner and increasingly having problems balancing chemical production in the body. Is there a direct link between growth hormone use of the livestock we consume? Growth hormones are affecting humans' ability to control the bodily chemical production and the rate at which children are maturing. In this presentation, I will talk about some things that might make you question what we eat in the future. 1. The endocrine system, as you may already know, regulates hormone production. When you start to ingest added hormones, similar to the ones our bodies regulate naturally, it will become out of balance. Once this happens, it's very difficult to regain that balance. The livestock industry injects added hormones to make production more efficient by speeding up the rate of growth of the animal. But at what cost to us? The FDA has approved 6 hormones that the livestock industry use for this process. Some of these hormones, like estradiol, progesterone, and testosterone, are produced naturally in the human body. The FDA has also determined that as these hormones are already in the body, then small residual amounts will not pose any added risk to humans. However, these studies were made by the FDA as far back as 1956 for estradiol benzoate and melangestrol acetate in the 1977. It is not far-fetched to say that these tests are far out of date in terms of today's technology. Another factor is additional hormones can block the natural interaction between hormones and human cell, resulting in hormone disruption. This hormone disruption leads to chemical imbalances in the body and in turn leads to an array of system upsets. I have a visual aid to show this. The hypothalamus gland and pituitary gland are just a couple glands, to name a few, that regulate hormones in the body naturally. This hormones can be shown with this dashed marks right here. When you ingest added artificial hormones, it can slow or even stop the natural production of the hormones in the body. By doing this, it creates this imbalance that is very difficult to regain. Also, number 2, the rate at children are maturing today are definitely earlier than 50 years ago. These maturity rates can be seen in women more prevalent than in men. From 1979 to 1981, approximately 3,000 Puerto Rican infants and children experienced sexual development and developed ovarian cysts as a result of elevated levels of estrogen and synthetic hormone Zenorol in the meat they consumed. As well, a study of over 20,000 healthy Chinese girls ages 3 to 19 years of age all showed an increasing secular trend in early puberty and potential links to toxins in the environment and in utero and childhood exposure to estrogen-like compounds in the environment, termed endocrine disruptors. In conclusion, we are being affected by the consumption of synthetic growth hormones in our food, in pesticides, and in the production of plastic bottles that we drink from, just to name a few. What other products may have these chemicals in them? Again, growth hormones are affecting humans' ability to control bodily chemical production and the rate children are reaching maturity. This evidence should show the FDA and U.S. government need to strongly research the effects before it's too late. At this point, I will be taking any questions about the presentation. Thank you for your attention.
I have a question.
Okay.
Why do they inject livestock with growth hormones?
Good question. Injecting growth hormones in livestock can increase the rate of growth of the animal, which in turn means less feed for the individual animal before it's ready to be slaughtered. The only reason they do this is merely for efficiency and to make more money. Are there any other questions?
Here's another question. Are there any links between additional hormone consumption and cancer?
There are. Letitia Diaz states, there was also an association in the rates of uterine and ovarian cancers, fibrocystic disease of the ovaries, or of the breasts, polycystic ovaries, menstrual irregularities, and infertility in adults. Is there another question?
I have one last question. How
Okay.
does the livestock industry give the animals these growth hormones?
There are multiple ways, but most use the implant method, which they take a small time-release capsule and place it in the livestock's ears. This concludes my presentation, and thank you very much for your time. You have a good day.
I appreciate it.